New Thought Media Network. We are a global broadcast network of positive music, media, and entertainment, inspiring humanity's evolution along the journey of enlightenment and creating a world of love, peace, empowerment, and prosperity for all. New Thought Media Network. Positively inspiring.
Good morning, and welcome to prayer time here, 8:15 UK time, a little bit earlier in America. So that's why here on New Thought Media Network, we are now shining the light for prayer, holding that knowing of consciousness, higher consciousness for whatever it is we're holding in our hearts, and praying using spiritual mind treatment at this time in the morning for UK and Europe and Africa and anywhere else in the world where it's kind of morning time. So welcome in. It's great to be here today. And who is here? Fiona. Good morning, Fiona. Yes, blessings to you. Lots of joy going your way too as well. I know that you are at the moment in the midst of doing the formalities for completing your licensed practitioner exams and process. So amazingly, you're doing it. Yes. And I'm going to add that into the prayer this morning. And also to know that, we are beginning always. We think it's morning time. Yes. And there's a new day, sun shining. And yet sometimes we can kind of fail to remember that there's a newness happening in every moment, regardless of what time of day it is, whether it's light or whether it's dark in our experience. I know that within there is an opportunity to tap into the potential that is limitless and that is continually giving me the opportunity to be in the new. There is only the now. And so in this now, I restate, reaffirm, refresh. I know what it is that is in my heart that is unfolding as love. And this is why we use spiritual mind treatment. And New Thought Media Network has an amazing prayer team, prayer ministry. I'm going to pop the banner up here just so that you know that if there's anything you would like held in that knowing, in that higher consciousness of knowing, of truth, then yes, write into us, prayer@NT Media, and share that in a few lines, and we will hold that in our hearts. The prayer team holds this in our hearts for you, knowing the truth and the demonstration of whatever it is that you desire for your life. So we're going to practice this right now. We're going to get straight into spiritual mind treatment, whatever it is. If you'd like to add anything in, please do add it into the comments here, whether you're watching on Facebook or on YouTube. And I'm going to invite us to close our eyes and to just set the scene within us and to prepare. And we do this by taking a breath, and we're consciously stepping over, if you like, or stepping into the infinite. We're coming away from even what's gone on just as we've woken up this morning, and coming into this place, this space, this knowing where there is no space and there is no time, really, to know the truth, to know the infinite, to know the possibilities and the potential that is here right now. And as I speak my word into the law, my word of knowing a deeper understanding of this love and of forgiveness, as I trust and as we each trust into our lives. And so I know that there is this one seemingly extraordinary and yet quite ordinary thing happening, the thing itself, this thing which I know of as this divine wisdom, intelligence, this creative knowing. Some know this as God, some know this as Allah, some know this as this divine presence. I know this as all of this, and yet I know this as the thing itself that is, the isness of life, that is the idea of everything, that is the idea of this creation. And as the idea of everything shows up as this infinite expression that has not yet fully infinitely expressed itself, that there is more. There is a greater unfolding continually happening in each and every moment. And that I am this unfolding. I too am this unfolding, this revealing, this happening that is happening right now, that in the mind of the divine has already happened. And so I know that as I open my heart and catch that vision and know that potential that lies within me, as I too am this infinite expression. And in my finite mind, I know that I put up walls and excuses and reasons and doubts and fears and all of the humanness emotions that may block me and that may lessen my view and my vision of this truth, of this light. And so here now in this treatment, I open up and expand and dissolve anything that is seemingly in between my knowing and this truth of love. As this is this thing itself as love, as peace. And as I choose to dissolve and forgive and let go and step away from anything that may seemingly block that light, I know that this light is always here. It's always shining as its fullness. It is always creating itself as love. And so I choose to see this love within myself, within each and every being, as each and every being, and beyond. I choose to live from this love. I now see that each and every one of us are doing this, living as and from this love for the highest of our lives. And I know that as I do this, I experience my world as one of perfection, wholeness, and completeness. I choose to live as and from this divine template of the light and the love and the joy and the peace. And as I do this, I see this peace emulating, expressing as everything in the fullness of itself as an entity. And I know that peace is here right now, and love too, as truly they are one. And so I know that as I speak my word right now into the creative law, I know that I am filled up and overflowing with this knowing of love, with this knowing of abundance and joy. I know that wherever we are on this beautiful planet, that we each say yes to this, that we each step into this, knowing that each and every one of us are shining that light, are the light givers, the light receivers, the light knowers, the light teachers for ourselves and for others. For I see that as we each do this individually, the collective light shines so brightly, so radiantly, illuminating those places where I may have thought there was darkness. And I see and know this light for myself, for each of us, for this planet and beyond right now. And so I know that these words are illuminated as that thread of the divine runs through everything, as everything, lighting itself up through everything. And I say yes to more of this, yes to more of the knowing and the feeling of this and the being of this. And as I do so, I fill up with thanksgiving, with appreciation for this demonstration that is occurred right now. Right now, this happening is happening right now. And I ride the wave of this, and I am grateful. I am grateful. And as I step aside, knowing that this is done in the mind of the divine, these words are seeded in the soil. And this truth is here, alive right now, as itself, as love. And so, with that conviction and faith and knowing in my heart, I let this be. I know that it is done, and I allow myself to know this by saying yes, by saying yes. And so it is. And as we breathe this in and know this truth, then we open our eyes whenever you are ready. If you want to keep your eyes closed, that's fine too. Stay there in that place to cultivate the knowing, the deepening of the acceptance in your heart. And by treating like this, a few times during the day, making a routine of this, that's what many people do, many of the mystics do and have done, is to create these routines and these rituals for their lives where the spiritual practice becomes the habit, the norm, and our lives are then kind of guided as the spiritual practice rather than the other way round. And so I'm inviting each of us right now to deepen that awareness within our hearts of this spiritual practice that we are creating for our lives individually. As we each tune into this and do this, we are opening up to that divine portal and allowing that to be the guidance system for our moment by moment experience and expression. And on that note, I'm going to say thank you for being here, for showing up, for shining your light. Thank you for all that you are, Fiona. There we go. Thank you, Fiona, illuminating words that are resonating deeply and uplifting. Yes, that's what we want, upliftment. So have an uplifted day today. Stay in that knowing of the light, and I will be back here tomorrow at the same time. And remember, stay tuned to New Thought Media Network throughout this day. Share the love, share the programming, like and share what we are doing with your friends. And I will be back here tomorrow. Stay in that knowing of love.
On behalf of the New Thought Media Network, thank you for being with us for this special prayer broadcast. We look forward to being with you again soon, 8:15 a.m. or 8:15 p.m. Mountain Time. Until then.